Welcome to sports. The midweek games are here for Louisiana Tech, and with that comes a new play caller, Nathan Young, taking over the duties from head coach Sonny Cumbie. The Bulldogs in a must-win situation already, it feels like, tonight versus Middle Tennessee. Let's check out some highlights. Bulldogs defense has been dominant this season, ranked first in Conference USA, 24th in FBS total defense, allowing just under 300 yards per game and only 9 total touchdowns. The Blue Raiders lead the conference in passing, and here's why. 6 plays, 75 yards, capped the opening drive with an 18-yard pass to Holden Willis, 7-0 Middle Tennessee. Evan Bullock, second career start, and he hits Amari Wiggins here, listed as RB1 with Denario Davenport out tonight. Great one-handed grab, 5-yard TD. Bulldogs answer with their first drive as well, and the first drive under Nathan Young, it's 7-7. Middle Tennessee adds another TD on their next drive. Folks, we have a shootout at the Joe. Bullock, he finds Jimmy Holiday over the middle here, right into your living room. 15-yard TD, but Buck Buchanan, first mixed extra point or field goal of the season, left the Dogs down 14-13, 2:30 left in the first quarter. Tech adds a fumble recovery, and then Wiggins' second TD of the game, 20-14 after the first quarter. Start of the second quarter, the dominant defense finally shows up. Jaden Gray on the sack, first 3-and-out of the game. Bulldogs start the drive with good field position at midfield. Young getting creative with his play calls. Direct snap to Holiday, 29-yard run here. That's the most rushing yards in any game this season, 117. Still only in the first half. And then Evan Bullock gets his 4th touchdown pass of the game. Finds a big play. Jay Wilkerson, 20-yard score. Most points scored by Tech all season. Still 12:30 left in the second quarter. Dogs up 27-14. Dogs D ranks bottom 10 in the FBS in turnovers gained. How about 2 for the night? Interception, Isaiah McElvin returns it 23 yards to Tech's 35, and Tech again returned the turnover into points. Bullock, 1-yard keeper, his 5th touchdown of the first half. Bulldogs led 34-14 at the break. What a performance so far from the Bulldogs. I think it's safe to say Nathan Young will be keeping his spot as the play calling man. 34 points, the most in a half since 2016, and Evan Bullock had himself a night. Right now it's 48-21 in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs need to be getting a much-needed win.